What's going on, everybody? Dark Hour 717 here, and huge piece of news today from CIG. Alpha Patch 315 is going to include a full database wipe. As announced in Spectrum in regard to a currency hotfix and upcoming wipes, they made it known that with Patch 315 we will see what many have speculated was just around the corner, a full wipe. Of course, we have not seen this since LTP or long-term persistence has come in on patch 3.8.2, and long-term persistence has been working better than they originally announced. Original estimate was maybe a wipe every quarter, but it's now been 18 months and this is the first one that we're coming up on. I'd say they've done pretty well based on their original estimates. Those that have been in the game for some time are aware and know what this means. Those that are newer to the game and have only gotten in within the last 18 months may not be aware or understand what it means for their character. Back before long-term persistence was a thing, every patch that was released was a full wipe of everything. That included all your in-game purchase items such as armor, weapons, and even ships. Would go out, grind, play for a month to a month and a half, get all the items that you wanted, and then the next patch came out and, well, they were all gone. That was life before 3.8.2. Well, with patch 315, this is what we will see as well. Guns, ammo, components, reputation, wallet, ships, basically anything purchased or earned in-game, including AUEC, is going to be removed. As for the AUEC, you're going to have the same starting AUEC you had when you first backed Star Citizen. As for items such as sub-flare, concierge flare, pledge ships, and items such as, pledge armors, you're going to retain all those. Those are going to stay there. That's going to still be available to you. Your ships are just going to go back to their standard stock loadout, and you're going to have to re-earn AUEC to get your components back to upgrade them as you prefer them. Reasons for this are many, as they pushed the hotfix for the currency issue yesterday, as I'm sure many people have seen the reports of AUEC not being correct. Many people losing AUEC, others I have seen have gained AUEC. As of the 13th of September, they did do the hotfix, which should have stabilized this and could recover some people's AUEC, but not everybody's. Typically, they do have the ability to wipe the database in 3 different ways: your wallet, your reputation, and of course, items. With this update, as they stated, all 3 of these are going to be wiped for reasons that are noted in the Spectrum notice, and I'll actually put a link to that Spectrum announcement in the comments of this video. So the reasons for this wipe are going to be reputation. It's gone through a tuning pass and it needs a wipe to be able to get that all put into place. Account related issues and bugs that have been reported and not even a character reset can fix needs a wipe so that those can hopefully get fixed. Some of those include things like what we've seen in our org, where even pledge ships have gone missing out of the ASOP, and even a character reset has not brought those ships back to us. I'm missing a couple myself, and I've done character resets and I've still not gotten those ships back. So this will hopefully help bring those back into our ASOP so that we can use those and get that all reset. And of course, the AUEC earning issues. This includes all the issues created by the replication bug way back in 3.12, all the way through the bugs that allowed for unrestricted AUEC earning throughout the entire verse, throwing the economy into a massive tailspin. With the AUEC restarting everyone at a level field will also allow them to better analyze how funds are being earned and dispersed throughout Star Citizen. Though the main reason that the wipe is going to be required is the introduction of the personal inventory system coming in 3.15. This is not shocking that it is needed for this, as I know from experience that number of items I have as far as guns, ammo, med pens, and such, I far exceed the normal limits. I've got 1,000 FS9s, several thousand med pens, and personalizing that inventory would be ridiculously difficult and easier to do if everybody was starting at the same point, instead of trying to move all of it into a personalized system from people like me that tend to hoard. This will also allow the database to be reset and start from a more manageable amount of items to account for, which in turn could overall improve performance to a degree. Again, this wipe will include everything purchased or earned in-game, not including anything specific to your hangar. That includes pledges, sub, or concierge flare, basically anything bought from the pledge store. or the sub-pledge store, or even the concierge store. Those will not be affected. Now, some may be thinking that Xenothreat was just here and you toiled through all that for the AUEC you could earn, and come to find out now it's all going to go away. Well, not entirely the case. As stated in the release, they do recognize that this was a big event and a lot of people participated for the earning potential that Xenothreat gave. So what they stated is, for those that did participate, they are exploring the feasibility of awarding additional AUEC to those players post-wipe that participated in the event. Outside of that, no AUEC amounts or information as to how they're going to determine it has been announced, just that we need to stay tuned for more information. So in my mind, this means that they're looking into it and do not have a worked out idea or plan yet as to how they're going to do it. Could be interesting to see what they come up with and how they work it out. If they do, could it be a three-tier system based on the rep level that you achieved during Xenothreat, specific amounts for different levels, tier 1, tier 2, tier 3 in that rep? Who knows? So we'll just have to keep a lookout for any further info. Of course, anything that comes out, we'll definitely let you know as quickly as we can, either through State of the Verse or another video or something. So now, what does this mean for 3.14.1? Well, grinding for any other in-game items will really not be necessary at this point, as anything you get's gonna go away with 3.15. Though playing the game and gaining experience, so when 3.15 comes along and you're better familiar with the systems that will help you earn AUEC so that you can recoup the items that are wiped, is not a bad idea, especially if you're a new player. A benefit that I also see with this is the new medical gameplay, as death is coming in and resulting in a lootable corpse. Well, if you don't have a lot to lose to begin with, you'll be out less as you adjust to getting familiar with this new medical gameplay. I know a number of backers are going to be disappointed with this information, but again, remember, obviously it's an alpha, and I know people are tired of hearing that, but I mean, realistically, it's always a risk looming overhead that a wipe can occur at any time for any reason based on what's happening in the game at the time. But mostly know that they originally did state possible quarterly wipes, and it's been 18 months. So I would definitely say that in this case, they've gone far above and beyond what they originally promised. In the long run, all of this is going to get wiped either way, when the game finally launches for release or for some other new tech or update that comes down the line. So I expect that this is going to be the first of what will eventually be multiple wipes. Me personally, I'm extremely satisfied when comparing it to the way that it used to be with every single patch. So just keep that in mind, the days that we came from and where we're at now, and the fact that the last 18 months have been pretty darn good with being able to keep all your items. Enjoy the items that are there now, and enjoy the adventure when you go to reacquire them and get back into the game. Know this is done to improve things as it moves forward, and in the long run, it's going to help get things to where they need to be, which also includes the overhaul of the cargo system. I hope this has answered a lot of questions out there, and feel free to let me know what your thoughts are in the comments below. I will also include a link to the Spectrum post in the comments like I mentioned. Check it out, has a lot of good info, and if you appreciate the update, hit the like and subscribe button. Follow on Twitch, and don't forget, we are giving away an Ares Inferno on October 1st. Subscribe and leave a comment on any video, or follow on Twitch to get your entries in, or do both and you'll get 2 entries. Thanks for checking this out. I hope this information was useful for you, and until next time, we will see you in the verse.